think I should... Yeah, there we go. Awesome. It's been a little bit since I've done this, so I've got to check everything out again. I'm gonna check one last thing out because I realize I forgot to do something in my description here, and then I will get going. So, just really quickly, this is a ROM hack that is kind of a mixture of Metroid Fusion done in the Super Metroid engine. That is about all that I know about this, but it hit my news feed recently, so I figured it's been a while since I've done any sort of Metroid kind of content on here in a while, and that's kind of where I started on like this whole entire channel, really. So, well, that and Mega Man, but either way, I figured it would be a good chance to try to, you know, check out a new ROM hack. Just a fair heads up and a warning for this, though. The reviews for this say that this has some pretty punishing difficulty in it, so this may be a short stream. That being said, I'm gonna give it a good faith effort, and if I get stuck for too long, then I might, you know, cut the stream short, so just setting some expectations there. I am good at Metroid games, I am not amazing at them. So, a little bit of further clarity, I did play at least enough into this to know how the game kind of starts, but I haven't played that much further into it. Do not let this empty save file screen fool you. Just setting things up like I usually do because I use a different control scheme, and then we will get started.
Cosmoleki 20X7.
And this is my chance to take my mandatory tea drinking break. This part was pretty, as I recall, like a pretty, like, not quite one-to-one, if I'm remembering right, but it was essentially kind of the same as, like, the Fusion opening. That that being said, it's been a very hot minute since I've started Fusion, so I can't actually remember if it starts like this or not. So it uses a lot of the same sound effects from the GBA version, and like the sprite's very similar as well. One interesting thing that I did learn about this, just from my initial bits of playing it, is first of all, I don't have a pause menu right now, and that will get elaborated on later. The second most important thing is wall jumps do exist. Consecutive wall jumps against the same wall do not exist. Separate wall jumps, if I can land it, do exist. And the going into a spin jump from a standard jump is in this game as well. Any Super Metroid ROM hack that has falling into a spin jump is already getting points in my book, because sometimes I just mess up and I'll do the straight up jump, and it is very annoying whenever you're trying to get the wall jumping to work with that. Besides that, everything else feels kind of it's hard to describe it in terms of Super Metroid, but it feels a little bit slower, and I'm not sure if that is the case or if it's just because of the sprite having less run animation frames or something. Got a little Metroid right there. He's not being captured by Ridley. So, whenever I was testing this out, I didn't get a chance to go up here first because I saw this little passage down through here and I was like, ooh, I wonder what this is. And then I got sent into this point. I don't know if you can actually beat this or not. And I definitely am not going to be able to.
60 seconds to isolation lockdown.
This part was kind of silly. I'll run away with you, little buddy. We'll get out of here together. You and me. That part right there reminds me of Fusion, the part where the SAX is shooting at the Metroids. I don't know if the arm pumping works in this game either. Not that it really matters for this, though. One HP in a dream. Those things are still around somewhere. I would like to not be at 1 HP in a dream if at all possible. I like these little blorbs on the ground. Don't think I can can get up there yet. As I mentioned before, you can't re-jump off of a wall that you've already jumped on, so that kind of makes things a little bit trickier in terms of good platforming. It means I can't make my little, like, auto corrections that I usually do whenever I'm doing wall jumps. You guys, thankfully, are in the background right now. Thank goodness. Thank you. Those guys are still in the game. So yeah, this part is definitely like a bit of a diversion from Fusion. It is interesting because I believe that these things are like in the original fight were what the can you get out of me, please? Oh, this is bad. Whew, that was a little bit scary. Those things' movement patterns have been changed for sure. Right, morphing ball, but no morphing ball bomb. So up to this terminal is about as far as I messed around with this, so everything after this little cutscene right here is basically as far as I've seen into this. I'm trying to be very, very patient with my text scrolling because that's something I notoriously am terrible at in games. So I'm trying to make an effort to slow things down a little bit. So I picked this first option the first time that I went through here. I kind of want to pick the third option just to see what they say. Let's do it. Yeah, part of me wishes I would have kind of brushed up a little bit on Fusion before playing this, just so that I could kind of compare this to that, but here we are. Oh, this is a funny. I think this is either a typo or a grammatical error or something like that, but might have Sloan the infection. I've used that word before, but I'm pretty sure that it isn't an actual word. But it made me giggle, so I'm glad that it's in here. So this right here is where your pause menu actually comes in, which I think, like, from a storytelling standpoint, is a really fun way to integrate the pause menu. So I need to get to that save point ASAP, because I do not want to have to play that over again. Alright, I was curious if it would let me... check my map again. Main deck. Okay, MDK. Okay, that... I actually don't know if that was a missile door or not. I think it was just a, like, a code door. Never complain about more missiles. my little goopy friends still do not hurt me, which is good. That is a missile door. Yeah, I was gonna say, I wonder what those guys do. They do not care about the beam at all. Okay. If I can help it, I'm gonna try not to just go right to the main deck. Jesus, that was a bit concerning. Things do seem like they hit kind of hard in this, so I think a lot of this is going to depend on how easy it is to kind of separate things out and deal with them accordingly. I want to go to the left first and save since I've made something resembling progress. I wonder if it's not letting me into that because of my falling speed, or if... Okay, there we go. We made it. So I wanted to go and explore the larger chamber over here. Is there anything worth going? Okay, that could lead down to a completely different area. Let's go to the right first. Let's not go to the right first. Alright, getting to the main deck's gonna be problematic. It looks like we might need to go that other path anyways, so let's do that. There we go. That part right there is actually like a little bit tricky as far as difficulty goes, because you have to be going a certain speed for that. We're not going that way. That's lava. I'm glad that the weird, like, missile door didn't respawn, because that would have been annoying. That's gonna be a one-way trip, so... Okay, but we can get out of it, and it does loop around, so let's go through here. I was wondering if that thing was going to go from the background into the foreground or not. Kind of an interesting choice to have it so that enemies have like a decent amount of time to kill already, because it takes 3 shots for the frogs with my regular shots and then 2 missiles for those things, so that is interesting. really hope that this hack does not have a lot of those sections in it, because I can tell you right now, I am not good at those. Wait, did that X-Parasite come from the previous room and slam into that zombie? I know I mentioned that the frogs take 3 shots of the beam to kill, but I know the zombies take 2, but I don't think that those really count as enemies either. One thing I always liked about Metroid Fusion was the use of this, like, the flashlight. Kind of to show that you're in a very dark place, but you still have illumination around you. Let's go down first and check all of that out, and then we can go check out the rest of the station. That is the opposite of where I wanted to kind of go. Let's hold off on that way for now and just go the intended direction. Now that's a path I'm not gonna be exploring for a while, most likely, and ditto with this one. That is all power bombs. If this does follow the path of fusion, then I'm not gonna be having those for a while. Is there a secret? Yeah, there's some sort of entrance. Oh. There we go. Alright, now I'll go explore this way. Water droplet does not hurt you. Crumble blocks, so that means I need to keep... Never mind, I think my path just unceremoniously ended. Unless... Ah, there's shy. Okay, I do not have the health to continue messing with them. That wasn't what I needed, buddy. Oh, wait, never mind. I've got an entire energy tank left. Let me get around that little shit. Out, bomb every single wall possible. Could I have been shooting these the whole time? Yeah. I think I have exhausted this as a possible path for now. Alright, we backtrack. I see another path over there on the right-hand side of that area to get through it as well, so might be able to get around on that. Damn it. I'm guessing I have to go down this way. Music's interesting so far. I like that it's kind of, like, ambient sounds and not necessarily, like, level music through this area. I know we have heard, like, some music here, so I know it's not completely atmospheric only, but still a cool touch. Wonder if those blocks down there are breakable. Ah, screw attack. We're not gonna have that for a really long time, presumably. Unless this hack just decides to just grace me with it. I'm having to reprogram my brain just a little bit because I have to make the most out of, like, the one wall jump that I have. Yeah, I don't think they're wanting me to get up there right now, so fair enough. Let's go this way. Oh, God. Well, that thing just killed me in one go. No turtle tower yet, but there's spider boss immediate kill. Let's try again. I like that there's a join the X option, though. Okay, so what kind of sucks about that is I feel like I did lose a small chunk of progress through here, so that's annoying, but... I did kind of stray from what I feel like was the intended path there a bit, so... I'm not sure if I have to avoid that thing, or what. One thing's for certain, that is definitely different from, that is definitely different from Metroid Fusion. There wasn't a one-shot thing in Fusion. I feel like I've been through this one before, but now that I know I can shoot the walls, let me do some checking here. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. So what kind of concerns me about that is... I think I have to go that way. I'm gonna at least go up here and get the missile packs that I can. As far as I go this way. A bit further. What I should do, and what I am going to do, is go back to that save point. Well, I can't do that because this way is blocked off, if I recall. Yep. Never mind. What I would do if I had access to it is I would hit the save point. Is there a save point over here? Not like super conveniently close. But let's just look a different direction for now. Maybe we won't run into a one-shot spider kill monster. Should I? Let's at least head down there, and then maybe there'll be a save point. Okay, this is completely locked off, it looks like. Oh yeah, those are good old-fashioned Super Metroid, water physics without gravity suit. So I'm pretty sure the thing that killed me is one of the bosses from Fusion. At the save point, I think. Okay, I'm thinking that yellow doors are, like, save points and navigation rooms and things like that. That's kind of my running theory right now, and I need to test that as we go along. I bet you that is a super missile door. Yep. Alright, so before I go back up that direction, I want to test these out because I was curious last time. Nope. Power bombs. There was nothing up here. Did I check this door? Oh yeah, this is the other side of that whole twisty thing. I can't get up there because I lack the skill. Alright, back through Spider Room, I think. Yeah, I definitely have to sneak by it. Oh god, okay, so... has a sneaking radius around it. Can I skip this? I think it was LR and... yeah, there we go. That skips the cutscene and takes us right back here. Alright, so I'm pretty sure I didn't get any missile packs or anything along the way, so I should be able to just head straight there and hopefully get past it this time. I'm glad that there is a save point close to it. The problem that I have is he's down there. I need to jump over him, I think, but that, yeah, that was risky. The problem that I'm having is that this feels like a place I need to progress through, but I don't know, like, the pattern just doesn't seem like it's lining up with what I need to do. Have I exhausted everything? I can't go higher in that room because of the missile door. That way takes me to the aforementioned room. Aqua is not an option. Going higher there isn't an option. I think this is the way. I will definitely say, if this is the intended path, this is a little bit of, like, this is not fair. I got a little bit scared there. See, like, that right there is why I feel like I need to jump over, but, like, I don't get enough height to clear him whenever he's that low. Aha, nope, shit. There is a block there, of course. I was focused on him and didn't even notice the block there. Question is can I destroy that block? This isn't giving me a lot of hope for that. Aha, there we go. Puzzle solved. Please tell me this is a save point. I like the little question mark near Samus's face. Huh? Quite probably, not quite possibly. Let's try objection. Be reasonable. You just woke up at a place that's falling apart. Do you remember the spider that took us like 4 resets to get past? I feel like Samus's personality in this hack is a little bit off. Like she's just a little bit like, you know, silly answers aside. She seems a little bit like too sassy here. Let's take a look at our map. I like how he says that he's marked it on the map, but very clearly has not. I also like this right here, a nice little like progress meter that kind of tells me that's how many energy tanks, how many missiles, how many like other things are in this area, so that's pretty cool. So that was not a save point, which is upsetting. Give me 1 second to check something. Okay. I wish you would let me save the game right here. This would be a nice place to save. Okay. There's an X thing up there. Then Tro is really close to a save point, but that save point is back through the other area, so... Let's see what's behind this door. Was that my spaceship? Sure is. Save point. Nope. We did kind of make it to another side of the ship here. Oh wait, okay, yep. I see what this is. That's the spot that I could have made it to earlier. If I spent like 10 hours on it. Okay, so... going that way is my only option. I'm not going back through Sneaky Room. That sucked last time. I'm curious about up here, though, and I hope that this is not a trap. Nope, just a little space observation deck. Going down goes to a save room, but I feel like that was where the big missile door thing was. Yep. Is this super missiles? Nope. It is not indeed. Alright, I want to get to a save point now that I've made it past Big Annoying Spider. Yeah, if I let those things stay out, they will infect and make something in the next room if I let them. Thank goodness we have saved it. That probably explains the goo piles on the ground, too. One thing I kind of find, like, both humorous and interesting is... in this, they have not explained They haven't explained that my suit kind of absorbs these things. Because that was one of the cruxes of So what's the purpose of having the little elevator there? There's gotta be something up here. Aha! That's what it is. Because that was like the entire, like, well, not the entire point, but it was a big plot point of Metroid Fusion was, oh, your original suit got really, really badly damaged by the parasites, and the Metroid DNA allowed you to essentially absorb them. They've kind of, and you know, like, storyline choices and stuff like that, they've kind of chosen to forego that. Yeah. They want to keep people like me out, and it's working. I am nowhere near stupid enough to try to bomb jump that. I did notice. That thing came out of a hole in the wall. Aha. To get in here, I had to use the use an old callback to one of the very first tricks I actually learned to do in Super Metroid, which was the escape from Alcatraz. There is just like the one little small area there, and you have to jump off of the walls in such a way that you can kind of fit yourself up in there. Out of all of the tricks that you have to learn, that one for me was kind of one of the easier ones. Thank God you guys don't take a lot of damage to kill. I figure I've got enough missiles saved up now, I can probably stand to start using some of them. So far, the only part of this that has been particularly bothersome has been that one encounter with the spider thing. Is this a safe room? Yellow door. Nope, that is a computer terminal, though. So theory still kind of holds. Okay, that's on the nose. feel like that's the most important question here. Because, yeah, no shit, I need to destroy it. Oh, that's not good. Do not to engage the SAX. I do love that cute little detail, too. I detect 10 of them in this sector. Yeah, I figured that was a speed boost. Like, this hallway just gave me those vibes. I think it's, yeah, down and down. Well, so much for that. Okay, there we go. Almost stepped on that guy. That would have been embarrassing. That is a speed booster pitfall. Yeah, let's not figure out what's down there just yet. Oh, look at that little friend. So they're pretty quick. I was trying to see if I could get a bomb into their mouth. Are we doing the classic? Yep. Oh, jeez. Patrolling back and forth? Nope, there you go. I have a feeling it would have been game over if I had gotten discovered there. Something just gives me a funny feeling. Okay, save points, terminals, and upgrades. That's what yellow doors are. Yeah, that's about the same charge speed as Super, so that's good. Yeah, we can kill those punks now. Oh, that's gonna be tough. Okay. I'm just going to pretend that that path right there does not exist. I think all of this so far has been intended, because I am not trying to do anything, like, overly crazy as far as tricks go. The only reason I brought up the escape from Alcatraz from earlier is because that allowed me to get to a missile pack, which, for the purposes of this, I'm going to say is kind of optional. But yeah, I mean, like, as far as other tricks that I've been doing to, like, navigate through this, area and stuff like that, I haven't had to do anything, like that one thing that I was trying to do there. I don't think that they intended for you to go that way. I think I was just being a little bit just greedy and wanting to go there. Yeah, like that's exactly the sentiment for it. Is this? Okay, no. Just weird water physics being weird. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah. Okay, maybe we don't go that way yet. Whenever I get closer to the end of stream, I do want to hit the become one with X option on that cutscene just for the fun of it. I'm going to assume I do not go that way yet. I'm going to assume that is the game's way of telling me that that is a path I should not take. There is, however, this way. There we go. Yeah, unfortunately this is the SAX. Oh, we're fighting two of these at the same time. Okay, that one's a lot faster. That wasn't fair. Okay, so I should have killed the smaller one first, honestly. Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen. Okay, kill the small one first because he's got less health, presumably. That's an okay way to make that boss harder because it does make it more challenging, but it's not like it's soul-crushingly hard. I don't want them to make every boss like that. I'm gonna leave the big one big because I feel like that's gonna give me a good chance that okay, uh-oh. Okay, ow. Okay. Okay, this is acceptable. Gotta remember to jump. Dang it. Missed the shot. It'd be nice if I could still move whenever I'm aiming up, but I'm just gonna start manually aiming up, I think. It's not helping me on this guy to do it otherwise. Uh-oh. Okay, that thing hits like a truck. Okay. I'm gonna try to do it the same way again. Oh, I can shoot him from the side, too. I'm guessing that's if I can hit them, like, right in the mouth as they're falling down kind of thing. I'm gonna play, like, really safely with these. Slow and steady wins the race. Kinda has a slightly slower kind of jump up whenever he's going to open his mouth. It's hard to describe it. As detectable as I thought it was, but still. Ow. Whew. Bosses are definitely tougher in this game. Okay, first things first, save point. And there is part of me that really wants to check that door over there. But first things first, save point. Then we can do that. So I'm not going to go through that door on the right of the save room because that will get me killed by a gravity suit SAX, and we do not want that. Someone might, but I don't. Oh god, those things... Okay. Nope. Lesson learned. Do not be in that room. That's why we saved it first. Holy shit. Alright. High jump boots open me up to some things. I do want to go and check down in that little box over there, just since I have the high jump boots now, so... Can I get over there is the bigger question. That was an escape from Alcatraz. cannot make it back out of this room, so I'll just have to go loop back around and find it another time. I can just go down this way, and this will take me through that whole place. Wait, is it the same direction that I'm not allowed to? Okay, yeah. So I'm not wall jumping off of this wall right here. I'm trying to jump from this one to this one. Yeah, so if I wall jump off of, like, a left wall, it seems like all left walls are then banned from getting a second wall jump, too. Which is interesting. What is less interesting is I cannot explore upwards. Which means I have to risk... Let's just see if she's still here. Oh wait, there's an entire room here. Oh, and I've got the spring ball now as well. That's cool. Excuse me? Uh-oh. That's why. All right. Not the conventional way to get through here, but some creative problem solving. Do we just end up... Nope, okay, not the same place. The idea may not be stupid, but I sure am. So those vines are corporeal. I don't want any of those being loose if I can help it. Aha, there we go. Sector 3. I bet that's, Pyre. Let's hit the save point. I just want to go down into that bottom room, because otherwise I will scream. The save room is down here. time. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, that's right. Oh, that's such a sacrifice, though. Is it, though? If I have the high jump boots. Yeah, I can just jump back up there. Okay, yep. It is not a sacrifice or a scary thing. We're fine. Oh no, I was too slow. What happens if I fall down here? Door I can't get through. This is interesting. He is taking damage from that. Reserve. Oh, I got a reserve tank. Cool. I'm still trying to figure out how I feel about it because, I definitely feel like there are parts of this, game difficulty-wise that sort of take me out of the dread that I'm supposed to be feeling and just put me more into a, why is that so hard? On the other hand, I do like the atmosphere, I like kind of what it's doing and like how it's doing it. I'm gonna go back here and save. That was a worthwhile thing to get, so saving. On the other hand, having the scary spider one-shot you, having the SAXs that follow you around and can literally one-shot you, definitely adds to the sense that you are underpowered against them. Because, like, I remember in Fusion, whenever you would come across, like, SAXs, and it's like, or the SAX, I should say, there wasn't multiples of them. It wasn't not scary, but it was also very, this is easy to avoid these things, just don't be silly and try to provoke them. Why didn't I go this way? Oh yeah, that's right, that's why. So I mean, in that sense, I feel like there is like a sense of dread, like, you know, things in this world that are not the SAX can kill me really easily. And I'm kind of torn about how I feel about some of that as well, because, like, I don't want the game to be, like, necessarily, like, gut-wrenchingly difficult. On the other hand, I don't think that it should be, like, you know, it should be scary. Like, there should be some sort of, like, threat to the world around you and stuff like that. Like these little red guys that are doing me in right now. Jesus Christ. That was embarrassing. Hey, another energy tank, though. Yeah, like, it's meant to be like a sort of survival style, like you're alone in a hostile world that can hurt you kind of game, so there needs to be something out there that kind of makes you feel like you are surviving against the world. I just don't know if one shot mechanics are the way to go about that. I'm not like entirely like this game is not great because it is kind of tough. Like I'm not like entirely in the camp of, you know, like docking points off because of that just yet, but it is something that's on my mind. Is it Die Hard the sci-fi, or is Die Hard the Metroidvania of action movies? That's the real question. I'm going to try to progress through this area, like this little like quadrant right here, up to this next save point, and then I think I might call it for now, because I feel like I made like a decent chunk of progress into this. I do have to disclaimer that that bit is not my own. That is something that I saw from a meme talking about it. Uh-oh, nope, not that way. But yeah, it is very silly to think about because it's just basically him getting like progressively more and more unlocks through the tower as he's going along. Alright, let's go down then. Ow. Maybe not on top of the zombie. I knew it. They just gave me one, so I was kind of sitting here like, this feels a little bit too soon. This could technically take me through a passage that takes me to the next area up there, so... You know what? Before I go this way, let's keep going down. Oh, no, let's not keep going down, actually. That direction is stupid. Let's go the superior direction. The other reason I'm kind of hesitant to critique the one-shot mechanic, aside from the spider was just legitimately bullshit, but all of the other one-shot mechanics have been essentially a do not go this way kind of signal. That's kind of like another reason I'm like not really sure if I should be like, you know, critiquing it or not, because it's very blatantly a, hey, this is not the intended direction, you should consider a different route. Bet you I need to go up here. Yeah, I mean, like, it's just the fact that using a one-shot mechanic to tell you what you're not supposed to do, like, it sends you back to a save point, and I just know to save often in these games because, like, I tend to... Nope. Not that way. But yeah, I just... It's hard for me to justify whether there should be a better way to go about it, or, like, you know, kind of how you do it without the one-shot mechanic, because if you make it high damage that's somewhat survivable, then congratulations, someone's going to try to mess Yeah, like they're gonna try to mess around and get past it. I need to remember to use my missiles more. I am such a beam fiend in these games. They're literally feeding me missiles, so I have no reason not to. That is true as well, yeah. I've definitely had my fair share of, oh, I'm not supposed to do this, but I want to be stubborn kind of moments. And I thought it would take me a little bit longer to explore here. Let's go one more save point, and that'll put me closer to the 2-hour mark. Because I'm almost through the end of this sector as it is. Uh-oh, grapple beam soon. I can feel it. Okay. Let's see what's to the right. Instant death? Nope. Yeah, I need to see, like, I need to be missiling those things. This is kind of going the same direction. Okay, yeah, that's just the way back up is requires missiles. Ow, ow, ow. Alright. Oh no. If you know anything about Metroid Fusion, you know that's not gonna go well. Devour. That is box. I want to go see what's to the left before I go to box, because that will plague me till the end of time. I don't know why I literally waited until the last possible moment on those, but here we are. Oh. That is a literal escape from Alcatraz, like, in the most literal sense possible. Fortunately, don't think I'm getting to that missile pack. So I think that you're supposed to come in to that from up above and then drop down and get the missile pack there. Ow. Let's go back and hit the save point too, that way we don't have to do the cutscene again. Is that super missiles? Uh-oh. I think that's super missiles. Okay, that sucks if I die here. Can you heal me? Nope. That is the same. There we go. Took him a second. Uh-oh. You fucker, you abandoned me. Oh, this sucks. This really sucks. Okay, we're gonna leave that missile pack on the left-hand side just for a little bit. Because I'll just grab it on the way back. I'm gonna leave it unexplored so that I know that I need to. Yeah, and I'm literally stuck here until I otherwise go through there, so... That was the high jump area, so yeah, let's just go get screwed over by the robot again. Oh, that thing looks like it is going to... Oh, no. Oh, God, okay, yeah. Nothing to see here. Room to the right looks like where I want to go. Nope, no it is not. I'll cross that bridge whenever I get there. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get through this, but we're making pretty good progress so far. Come on. Okay, yeah, we'll just do it this way then. That'll do. Save point's right down below. Let's go to that first. Let's go see what was up there. If I can actually stand on these. Okay, there is a boss down there, so we're about to get something. Also, hello and welcome. I'm not going to be playing too much longer tonight, but I've made it farther than I thought that I would so far, so I am definitely planning on trying to kind of get my way through this game. I have a tendency to try to stream for around. Kind of depends on like the game, what like like how much energy I've got, honestly. But I usually try to stream for around. I usually try to stream for around. The wall jump is almost screwing me over there. I try to stream for around like 2 to 3 hours, depending on how I'm feeling at the time. I've had, like, in my couple of recent streams, I've been doing, like, a lot longer stretches than that, but the game that I was playing was very, very... it was called Animal Well, and it was a really fun time, so I ended up spending a lot of extra time on that one. Okay. What are we going to deal with here? Oh no. I love little low-definition Crocomire. Oof, okay. Yeah, I don't like those at all. Well, I wish I could figure out how to dodge that. Okay, I see he roars and you just have to get him to stop. Okay. It's nice to see Crocomire actually putting up a fight. I'm gonna try to get through that before I call it a day. Crocomire seems like a really good spot to just kind of call it, so... Uh-oh. Okay, good, I did get the missiles. Almost dodged it. Okay, I need to do an extended jump for that. I feel like this is the other thing, is like if I stay further back, I should have it. Yeah, that was part of my problem. Give him a little bit of space. I do have to kind of come down here. He's not going to do his classic fake out. Little robot. Level 2 missile. That's probably what the problem was with the missile doors from earlier were. You still don't do anything to those. I bet you he's going to be back in here, though. I just have a feeling this is the second part of the boss fight, phase 2. Yep. Oh my god, Fantoon as well? I don't like this one bit. Fortunately, I need you to fuck off just a little bit, please. Yep. Okay. I got it this time. I learned how to do the first phase a lot better, and then get the level 2 missiles, and then I'm just going to actually, like, save some of them for him, so we got this. He's actually given me like a generous amount of ammo this time. But here's where I can start. Please let me not be stuck on him. Boop. Come over here, get our level 2 missiles. Just to make sure, I cannot go that way, and I doubt any of this breaks apart. Alright. First part of this shouldn't be too difficult. Okay, that's annoying. Kind of forcing me to take damage through that. I'll pour some missiles into him here soon. Kind of a way to tell whenever he's doing the switching sides. Whenever he puts his hands together. Okay, gotta wait for him to show the laser thing. was nothing over that way because that was the missiles and then a door I couldn't get through. I could go back that way. I'm gonna go back that way. I want to check and see if that is a save room that I can get to now. Nope. Okay. They even put the robot away from there to kind of dissuade you from trying to get there. Alright, grapple beam get. That is awesome. My missiles now one-shot those guys. I kind of love that they gave me the grapple beam, expecting me to use it to get up here, and I just wall jumped up it, but still, I think that that's fine. Like, that gives, like, a good sense of what you're supposed to do. Unlike falling down here for the second time and having to go through this again. Alright, I'm gonna get back to that save point, and then that is where I'm going to call it for the day, because I have made a good amount of progress, and I am happy about that. I wonder if that's because It's not because I let, like, some of the X-parasites get out, is it? I'll have to be more careful if that's the case. Okay, I think that's where I'm going to call it for right now. Overall, pretty fun. I think it is definitely challenging. Enemies hit like trucks. It is a lot of trial and error style gameplay, which is a lot closer to a Mega Man style of game, but I don't know, it hasn't completely scared me out of playing it just yet. I'm glad that I've gotten this far into it without any problems, and I'm going to continue to try to play through it, but for now, I'm going to call it there. We'll see what happens next time. As far as, like, when the next time I'm going to do this, it'll just kind of depend on a couple of things, really, but I'll try not to let too many days lapse between this episode and next. Alright. Well, until then, you guys have a good one.